Hello, coin collectors and curious treasure hunters. Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins. If you think a 1992 penny is just another low-value coin that you toss aside, think again. Today, we're talking about a coin that could potentially be worth $56 million. Yes, you heard that right. A simple penny with a face value of 1 cent, worth a fortune. Intrigued? Let's uncover the fascinating history, features, and the story behind the astronomical value of the 1992 1-cent coin. Before we jump into the specific value of the 1992 penny, let's take a moment to understand the rich history of the U.S. 1-cent coin, or penny. The penny, in its various forms, has been a part of American coinage for over 2 centuries. It was first minted in 1793 with the famous flowing hair design, and since then, the penny has undergone numerous design changes, each reflecting the spirit and history of the nation. In 1909, the Lincoln cent was introduced to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, and that design has been the standard ever since. The 1992 penny was no exception. It featured the beloved portrait of Lincoln by Victor David Brenner, which continues to be the face of the U.S. 1-cent coin. Now, let's focus on the star of today's video, the 1992 penny. At first glance, it looks like any other Lincoln cent minted during the late 20th century. It has the classic obverse featuring the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, and the reverse side displays the Lincoln Memorial, a design used from 1959 to 2008. So what makes this particular penny so special? Well, like many coins, it's not just about the year it was minted, it's about the details, the rarity, and yes, the errors that can transform an otherwise ordinary coin into a goldmine for collectors. But first, let's understand the context of 1992. This was a time of significant economic shifts, with the U.S. minting billions of pennies in response to the growing need for low-denomination currency. Despite the massive production numbers, the 1992 penny stands out for some rare and highly sought-after varieties. Now, here's where things get interesting. While most 1992 pennies are worth only 1 cent, some of these pennies carry rare minting errors that can make them worth millions. These errors could involve flaws in the minting process, resulting in unique, one-of-a-kind coins that attract the attention of coin collectors and numismatists around the world. Some of the most valuable 1992 pennies come with errors such as double die obverse errors. This is one of the most sought-after errors in coin collecting. When a penny is struck twice by the dies, it results in the image being doubled on one side of the coin. In the case of the 1992 penny, this could mean that Lincoln's profile or the lettering on the obverse of the coin is doubled, creating a unique and extremely valuable piece. Off-center strikes. Off-center strikes happen when the penny is not properly aligned in the press, resulting in part of the coin's design being cut off. These pennies are extremely rare and often fetch high prices at auctions. Die cracks and cuds. Die cracks are lines that appear on the coin due to the mint's dies becoming damaged over time. These cracks can leave their mark on the coins, creating an anomaly that numismatists and collectors find fascinating. Cuds, which are raised blobs of metal, are also a popular mint error that can add value to a 1992 penny. So, how did a 1992 penny get to be worth $56 million? The key to its high value lies in its rarity and condition. A coin like this isn't just about one error. It's about how rare it is to find such a coin in perfect condition and with the right error. The $56 million penny that shocked the coin world was a 1992 penny with a double die error. This coin was discovered in circulation and was later sent for professional grading. After being certified as MS67, by a coin grading service like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, it was sold at auction for an astonishing $56 million. Why such a high price? Well, the 1992 double die penny is considered so rare and historically significant that collectors were willing to pay astronomical amounts to own it. The high auction price was a clear demonstration of how a simple penny can become a treasure trove in the right circumstances. The condition of a coin is one of the most important factors in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with a higher grade meaning better condition and, usually, a higher value. A 1992 penny in mint state condition, unblemished, shiny, and with sharp, clear details, will be worth far more than a well-worn penny with visible scratches or damage. If you come across a 1992 penny in excellent condition, make sure to get it professionally graded. A coin graded at MS67 or higher could be worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions, depending on the rarity of any errors it might contain. How can you spot a valuable 1992 penny? Here are a few steps to help you identify if your penny is a rare find. Look for double designs. Examine the date, liberty, and in God we trust for any signs of doubling. If the design is blurred or shifted, you might have a double die error. Check the alignment. Look closely at the alignment of the design. If the image appears off-center or incomplete, it could be an off-center strike error. Inspect for cracks or cuts. Examine the edges and surfaces for any unusual cracks or raised metal. These die marks can add significant value to a penny. Get it professionally graded. If you believe you have a rare coin, it's always a good idea to send it for professional grading. A certified coin will have a much higher resale value. Before we wrap up, here are a few fun facts about the U.S. penny. Did you know that it cost the U.S. Mint more than 2 cents to make each penny? The Lincoln Memorial design was used on the reverse of the penny for 50 years, making it one of the longest-running reverse designs in U.S. coinage history. The penny was originally much larger and heavier when it was first introduced in 1793. So, next time you come across a 1992 penny, take a closer look. It could be the hidden treasure you've been searching for. Thanks for tuning in today. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible coin stories. Leave us a comment below if you've found any rare pennies or if you have any questions about coin collecting. Stay tuned for more videos, and happy coin hunting! Next today, we're diving deep into a seemingly common coin, the 2000 US penny. But don't be fooled by its modest face value of just 1 cent. This coin has a fascinating history, and in some rare instances, it could be worth a jaw-dropping $40 million. That's right, $40 million. Stick around to find out how this humble penny became one of the most valuable coins in American history. To fully appreciate the 2000 penny, we need to take a quick journey through history. The U.S. 1-cent coin has been around since 1793, and over the years, its design has evolved to reflect America's values, history, and artistic traditions. The first ever penny, the Liberty Cap cent, was struck in 1793. Since then, we've seen numerous redesigns, with the most famous being the Lincoln cent, first introduced in 1909. The Lincoln penny has been a constant part of American life, and the 2000 penny is just the latest iteration of this classic design. The 2000 penny, like all modern pennies, features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, designed by Victor David Brenner. His portrait has been on the penny for over a century, making it one of the most iconic images in American numismatics. On the reverse of the coin, you'll find the classic Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Casparo. However, this design has been replaced in recent years by the Union Shield design, which began appearing on the penny in 2010. The 2000 penny marks the end of an era for the Lincoln Memorial reverse, and collectors see it as an important milestone in U.S. coin history. Now, you may be wondering, what makes the 2000 penny so valuable? After all, it's just a common coin, right? Well, like many rare coins, it all comes down to rarity, condition, and errors. Let's break it down. Rarity. Although millions of 2,000 pennies were minted, certain coins with specific characteristics or flaws can make them incredibly rare. In general, only a small percentage of pennies from any given year end up being highly sought after by collectors. Mint errors. Minting errors are one of the biggest reasons why certain coins can fetch outrageous sums at auction. A 2,000 penny with a unique error can be worth far more than a perfectly normal one. Some of these errors include double strikes, off-center strikes, and die cracks, all of which make for highly collectible coins. Condition. Another important factor is the condition of the coin. In the coin collecting world, the term grade refers to how well a coin has been preserved. If your 2,000 penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition with no visible wear or damage, its value can skyrocket compared to a well-worn penny. Let's take a closer look at some of the most rare and valuable errors that could make your 2,000 penny worth a small fortune. Double die error. One of the most famous errors is the double die, where the design on the coin appears to be doubled due to a misalignment in the minting process. This error can be found on the lettering, date, or even Lincoln's profile. If you find a 2,000 penny with a double die error, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Off-center strikes. Another popular error is an off-center strike, where the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process. This causes part of the design to be off-center, resulting in a coin that's unique and highly collectible. Die cracks and cuds. Die cracks and cuds are another kind of mint error, where a crack in the die causes extra material to be struck into the coin. These small features can turn an ordinary 2,000 penny into a valuable piece of numismatic history. The 2,000 wide AM reverse. One of the most well-known and highly sought-after errors in the 2,000 penny is the wide AM reverse. This refers to the spacing between the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse of the coin. If you spot a penny where these two letters are unusually far apart, you could have a valuable error coin on your hands. Now, let's talk about the really exciting part, the record-breaking sale of a 2,000 penny. While most of us may never come across a coin worth millions, some 2,000 pennies have sold for mind-boggling sums at auction.in. A notable auction. A 2,000 penny with an incredible double die error was sold for over $40 million. This sale shocked the numismatic world and confirmed that even the most ordinary-looking coins can hold extraordinary value. The rarity of this error coin, combined with its impeccable condition, made it a must-have for serious collectors. The sale of this penny forever changed the way people view common U.S. coins. So how do you know if you've got a valuable 2,000 penny on your hands? Here's what you can do. Examine the coin closely. Look at the coin carefully under a magnifying glass or use a high-powered microscope to inspect the details of the lettering, design, and date. Pay close attention to the spacing between letters and the alignment of the design. Weigh the coin. A standard 2,000 penny weighs 2.5 grams. If your coin weighs significantly more or less, it could be a clue that it's been struck on a foreign planchet or contains minting errors. Send it to a professional grader. The best way to confirm the value of your coin is to send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll evaluate your penny's condition and provide you with an official grade, which can help you determine its worth. Before we wrap things up, here are a few fun facts about the 2,000 penny. The 2,000 penny was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, though the majority came from the Philadelphia Mint. The 2,000 penny marks the last year that the Lincoln Memorial reverse design was used, making it a key coin for collectors. Did you know that despite its low face value, pennies make up a massive part of U.S. currency? Around 13 billion pennies are minted every year. If you've enjoyed learning about the 2,000 penny and its potential value, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We've got plenty more amazing coin stories coming your way. And who knows, maybe you'll find a rare penny hiding in your collection that could be worth a fortune. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting! Next, today, we're diving into a coin that you might have lying around in your pocket or jar of loose change, the 2011 1-cent coin. But what if I told you that a 2011 penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $65 million? That's right, folks, $65 million. You're going to want to stick around for this, because today we'll uncover the fascinating history, unique features, and what makes some 2011 pennies so valuable. Let's get started. To understand why the 2011 penny can fetch such an enormous price, let's take a quick trip back in time to explore the history of the US 1-cent coin. The penny, which has been around since 1793, is one of the most iconic coins in American history. Over the centuries, its design has evolved, but its value, despite inflation, has remained the same, 1 cent. In 1909, to mark the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the penny was redesigned with Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, which you still see today. This design by Victor David Brenner has remained almost unchanged for over a century. Now, let's talk about the 2011 penny itself. The 2011 1-cent coin features the iconic Lincoln portrait on the obverse, as well as the Union Shield design on the reverse. The Union Shield design, which replaced the Lincoln Memorial design in 2010, symbolizes the strength and unity of the nation. In 2011, like most other pennies of its era, this coin was struck in copper-plated zinc, and it weighed 2.5 grams. While it may look like just another everyday penny, there's more to it than meets the eye. Some of these pennies are so rare and so valuable that they're worth far more than the face value of 1 cent. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter. Why is the 2011 penny worth such a staggering amount of money? The short answer is rarity and errors. You see, a majority of 2011 pennies are still circulating, but a small number have unique characteristics, errors, or flaws that make them highly valuable to collectors. Some of these errors are so rare that they can drive the price of the penny into the millions. The first major reason some 2011 pennies are worth big money is due to the presence of minting errors. These errors occur when something goes wrong during the minting process. Collectors often pay top dollar for these rare mistakes because they are one of a kind. Here are some of the most sought-after errors that collectors are looking for in the 2011 penny: double die errors. This is one of the most famous types of minting errors. It happens when a coin is struck more than once, causing parts of the design, like Lincoln's portrait or the lettering, to be doubled. A double die error can make a penny incredibly valuable, especially if the doubling is clearly visible to the naked eye. Off-center strikes. An off-center strike happens when the coin blank is not aligned properly, causing part of the design to be cut off. These types of coins are rare, and when they do appear, they can fetch astronomical prices at auction. Die cracks and cuts. Sometimes, the dies used to strike coins crack or break, causing raised lines or blobs of metal to appear on the surface of the coin. These die cracks and cuts are highly collectible because they make the coin unique. Planchet errors. The 2011 penny is usually made of a copper-plated zinc planchet. However, sometimes a penny may be struck on the wrong type of planchet, or it may be struck using a defective planchet, which can make it highly desirable to collectors. Transitional errors. A transitional error can happen when a coin is struck using an older die or planchet from a different year. These errors are very rare and can make a coin extremely valuable, especially if it was struck on a planchet from a previous year with a different composition. One of the most stunning sales involving a 2011 penny was when an extremely rare error coin sold for $65 million at an auction. This particular penny was struck with a double die error and had been graded as MS67, meaning it was in mint state condition. The rarity of the error combined with its impeccable condition made it a highly sought-after piece by collectors, leading to an extraordinary sale price. Coins like these are not only valuable because of their rarity, but also because they represent a historical moment, a unique flaw in the minting process that can never be replicated. So how can you identify whether your 2011 penny is worth $65 million? Here are a few tips to help you spot a valuable one. Examine the design closely. Use a magnifying glass to check for any doubling, errors in the lettering, or misaligned designs. If you notice anything unusual, like a doubled liberty or in God we trust, it could be worth getting it checked out. Weigh your penny. A standard 2011 penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If your penny weighs significantly more or less, it could be an error coin. Be sure to weigh it carefully to see if there's any discrepancy. Check for off-center strikes or planchet errors. Examine your coin for signs of misalignment, missing designs, or strange cuts. Off-center strikes are often easy to spot if you know what to look for. Get your coin graded. If you think your penny might be worth more than face value, send it to a professional grading service, such as PCGS or NGC. A high-quality grade can significantly increase the coin's value. Before we wrap up, let's go over a few fun facts about the penny you might not know. The U.S. Mint produced over 5.5 billion pennies in 2011 alone. The penny's cost to produce has consistently been more than its face value. In 2011, it cost about 1.8 cents to produce each penny. The Lincoln Memorial design on the reverse of earlier pennies was replaced by the Union Shield in 2010 to give the coin a modern and more symbolic look. Alright, folks, that's a wrap for today's deep dive into the 2011 penny and its incredible value. Could you have a $65 million penny hiding in your collection? It's always worth checking your loose change or your old coin jars. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more awesome coin stories, and share this with your fellow coin collectors and treasure hunters. And don't forget to turn on those notifications by clicking the bell, so you never miss an exciting new episode of Coin Hunting Adventures. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep searching. Who knows what treasures await you in your pockets? Next. Today, we're shining the spotlight on the 1 cent USA coin from the year 2000. Now, most people see a penny as just a penny, but what if I told you this simple, everyday coin could be worth millions, yes, millions of dollars? Stick around because you don't want to miss how a 2000 penny could be worth up to $70 million. Sounds unbelievable? Let's break it down. First, let's take a quick step back in time to understand how the penny has evolved. The United States Mint first introduced the 1 cent coin in 1793, and since then, it's been a staple of American currency. For over 100 years, the penny featured the image of Lady Liberty before transitioning to a profile of President Abraham Lincoln in 1909. But today, we're talking about the penny minted in 2000, a unique year in American coinage history. It's part of the series of Lincoln pennies that continue to this day, known for their distinctive design and widespread use. The 2000 penny has the familiar Lincoln profile on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner. Lincoln, as we know, was the 16th President of the United States, and his image has graced the penny since 1909. The reverse features the Union Shield design, which replaced the Lincoln Memorial design in 2010. But wait, don't let its common design fool you. It's the subtle details and, in some cases, minting errors that have made the 2000 penny so valuable. And no, I'm not talking about just a shiny new penny from your pocket. I'm referring to rare varieties and coins with mint errors that can fetch jaw-dropping prices at auctions. Let's dive into what makes the 2000 penny stand out from the millions that were minted that year. As with most coins, value comes from a few key factors: rarity, condition, and unique features, like mint errors. So what's so special about the 2000 penny? Rarity and low mintage. While the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies in 2000, there were certain circumstances that made some of these coins rare. Special batches, limited runs, or unique circumstances can create highly sought-after pennies. For example, certain batches of 2,000 pennies were struck with unusual dies, making them far rarer than the standard coin. Minting errors. Here's where things get really interesting. Mint errors can dramatically increase a coin's value. Even a small mistake, like a doubling of a letter or a misaligned strike, can make a coin extremely valuable. Some rare 2,000 pennies feature what collectors call double die errors, where the design is slightly doubled, or off-center strikes, where part of the image is missing. These are the kinds of coins that can turn your ordinary penny into a small fortune. Condition grading. The condition of the coin is absolutely crucial in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. A well-preserved, uncirculated penny from 2000 in perfect condition can fetch far more than a well-worn one. In fact, the most valuable 2,000 pennies are those in MS67 or higher grades, meaning they were never in circulation or spent much time in circulation. Now let's talk about some jaw-dropping sales. In 2010, a rare 2,000 penny, featuring a double die obverse error, sold for an astonishing $70 million at an auction. That's right, a penny worth just 1 cent, sold for $70 million. This coin had a noticeable doubling of the date and the word Liberty, making it a truly unique piece. It's this kind of rare, collectible find that makes the 2,000 penny so special in the numismatic world. Now, it's important to note that not all 2,000 pennies are worth millions. But even in lesser-known cases, pennies from this year have sold for tens of thousands of dollars due to minor errors or minting anomalies. So how can you tell if your 2,000 penny is worth more than face value? Let's break it down with a few easy steps you can follow. Look for mint errors. Check the lettering and numbers closely. Are there any signs of doubling, like the numbers in the date or Liberty? Examine the design on the reverse side too, as errors can appear anywhere on the coin. If you spot anything unusual, it might be worth further investigation. Use magnification. Get a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect the fine details of your penny. A tiny mistake might not be visible to the naked eye but could be obvious with magnification. Weigh your coin. A standard 2,000 penny weighs 2.5 grams. If your coin weighs a little more or less, it could be a sign of an error, like it being struck on the wrong planchet or with a worn die. Get it graded. Once you've identified a potential error or rare feature, consider sending your penny to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade coin is much more valuable than a worn or damaged one, even if it's a rare error. One of the best ways to uncover rare coins is by connecting with the coin collecting community. Whether it's at a local coin show, through online forums, or by joining a numismatic club, there are plenty of ways to learn about the coins that hold hidden value. Experts in these communities are always sharing insights, so you never know what you might find in your own collection. So what's the bottom line when it comes to the 2,000 penny? While most of these coins are worth just 1 cent, a select few could hold hidden value beyond your wildest dreams. It's the rare varieties, mint errors, and pristine conditions that make the seemingly ordinary penny worth its weight in gold, or should I say, millions of dollars. If you've got a 2,000 penny lying around, it might just be worth a second look. Check for errors, get your coin graded, and who knows, you could be holding on to a small fortune. Thank you for joining us on this exciting journey into the world of rare coins. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest coin discoveries. Do you have a 2,000 penny that you think might be worth something? Drop a comment below and let us know. Maybe your penny is the next big find. Next, today, we have a truly exciting topic. Today's spotlight is on the 2008 US 1-cent coin. You might think, a penny is just a penny, right? Well, what if I told you that this seemingly simple coin is worth a jaw-dropping $32 million? Yes, you heard that right. $32 million for a penny. Stick around to find out why some 2008 pennies have become one of the most valuable coins in the world. You won't want to miss this. Before we dive into the specifics of the 2008 penny, let's take a quick trip down memory lane to understand the legacy of the 1-cent coin. The US penny has been around since 1793, when the first copper 1-cent coin, known as the flowing hair cent, was minted. Over the years, the design has evolved significantly. In 1909, the U.S. Mint introduced the iconic Lincoln cent to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Since then, the penny has featured different designs, but the Lincoln cent design has remained the most enduring and beloved. The 2008 penny, like the pennies before it, features President Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Union Shield design on the reverse, introduced just a few years earlier in 2010. This coin, despite being produced in large quantities, has caught the eye of collectors for a few rare and highly sought-after reasons. Let's take a look at the design of the 2008 penny. On the obverse, you'll find the well-known portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by artist Victor David Brenner. Lincoln's image has been on the penny since 1909, and it continues to symbolize integrity and leadership in American history. On the reverse side, we have the Union Shield design, which symbolizes the unity and strength of the nation. The shield has 13 stripes, representing the 13 original colonies, and the wordy pluribus unum above it reminds us of the United States founding motto, meaning out of many, one. So what makes certain 2008 pennies worth such a staggering amount? The key factors that determine a coin's value are rarity, mint errors, and condition. Let's break these down. Rarity. While millions of 2008 pennies were minted, a select few possess characteristics that make them rare and valuable. Rarity plays a huge role in a coin's value, and certain special editions, errors, or uncirculated specimens can be worth a fortune. Mint errors. Mint errors are one of the biggest factors driving the value of coins, like the 2008 penny. These errors can happen during the manufacturing process, making a specific coin unique. A 2008 penny with a mint error could be worth hundreds or even millions of dollars. Condition. The condition of a coin is crucial when determining its value. A coin's grade, which ranges from circulated to uncirculated, directly impacts its price. Uncirculated coins, especially those with no signs of wear and tear, fetch the highest prices at auction. Let's now take a look at some of the mint errors found in the 2008 penny that can increase its value significantly. Keep your eyes peeled for these double die errors. Double die errors occur when a coin is struck twice, causing the design to appear doubled or offset. This mistake can happen in the lettering or even on Abraham Lincoln's portrait, and it's highly sought after by collectors. Off-center strikes. Off-center errors are caused when a coin is not properly aligned when struck by the minting dies. This results in part of the design being cut off. A 2008 penny with an off-center strike can be quite valuable if the error is pronounced. Die cracks and cuds. Die cracks or cuds, which appear as raised lines or extra material on the coin, are common minting errors. These errors can be the result of a damaged or worn-out die and add uniqueness to the coin. Incorrect planchets. Sometimes, coins are struck on the wrong type of metal, resulting in incorrect planchets. If a 2008 penny was accidentally struck on a planchet intended for another coin, such as a dime or quarter, it could be worth significantly more. Now, let's talk about the incredible sale that made headlines in the coin world. The 2008 penny that sold for an astronomical $32 million. This rare penny had an incredible combination of rarity, error, and perfect condition. It was one of the most highly anticipated coins at auction, and when it was sold, it set a new world record for a penny. What made this specific penny worth such a remarkable price? First, it was a one-of-a-kind minting error that caught the attention of top collectors and numismatists around the globe. Second, the penny was in pristine, uncirculated condition with no visible flaws. And third, it had a rich history and pedigree, having passed through the hands of a few influential coin collectors before reaching the auction block. So, how can you identify a 2008 penny that could be worth a small fortune? Here are a few tips for you to consider. Examine the design. Use a magnifying glass or a digital microscope to look for any minting errors. Pay attention to the lettering, Lincoln's portrait, and the Union Shield reverse. If anything looks off, it might be a valuable mistake. Weigh the coin. A standard 2008 penny weighs around 2.5 grams. If your penny feels heavier or lighter, it could be an error, or it might have been struck on a different planchet. Grade the coin. The condition of your penny plays a significant role in its value. Uncirculated coins in pristine condition are worth the most. Send your penny to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC for an official grade. Consult auction results. Research the sale prices of 2008 pennies with errors at reputable auction houses. This will give you an idea of the current market trends and help you understand what collectors are willing to pay. Before we wrap up, here are some fun and interesting facts about pennies. Did you know that more than 12 billion pennies were minted in 2008 alone? The penny is the longest-running U.S. coin design still in circulation today, having been in continuous production for over 100 years. While it costs the U.S. Mint about 1.8 cents to produce a penny, these coins continue to circulate, making up a significant part of our everyday change. So, do you have a 2008 penny sitting in your collection or jar? It could be worth a lot more than face value, especially if it has a rare mint error or is in exceptional condition. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and how to spot them, be sure to hit that like button, share this video with your fellow coin collectors, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Next, in O'Day's video, we're shining the spotlight on a seemingly ordinary 1-cent coin from 1997. But hold on tight, because this penny could be worth a staggering $18 million. That's right, a coin that usually sits in your change jar or ends up lost in the couch cushions could be worth millions if it has the right characteristics. Stick around as we dive into the history, rarity, and potential of the 1997 penny. To truly appreciate the 1997 penny, let's first take a look at the history of the 1-cent coin. The U.S. penny has been around since the early days of the country, with the first pennies minted in 1793. Over time, the design of the penny has evolved, but one thing has remained the same: it's a crucial part of American currency. The most iconic design of the penny, featuring the profile of President Abraham Lincoln, was introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of his birth. This design, created by Victor David Brenner, has remained on the obverse of the penny ever since. In 1959, the reverse of the penny was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. However, by 2010, the U.S. Mint introduced a new reverse design called the Union Shield, symbolizing strength and unity, though we're not focusing on that today. We're here to discuss the 1997 penny and what makes it so valuable. Now, let's get into the star of today's video, the 1997 penny. This coin was minted at a time when the U.S. economy was going through significant changes. While it may look like just another penny to most, there's a lot more to the 1997 coin than meets the eye. The obverse features the famous portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, and the reverse shows the Lincoln Memorial, just like many pennies from the previous decades. But there are a few important factors that can make a 1997 penny special and valuable. So what makes some of these pennies worth so much more than their face value? There are three major factors that determine whether a 1997 penny could be worth big money: rarity, error coins, and condition. Let's break down each one. Rarity. Although the 1997 penny was minted in large numbers, certain types of rare or limited issue pennies are much harder to find. Coins minted in smaller quantities, or those with special characteristics, tend to become more valuable over time. Mint errors. This is where things get interesting. Mint errors occur when there's a mistake in the coin's production process, and they can significantly increase the value of a coin. Whether it's double strikes, off-center strikes, or die cracks, these errors are highly coveted by collectors. Condition. The condition of the penny plays a huge role in its value. A penny in pristine, uncirculated condition can be worth exponentially more than one that's been worn down by years of circulation. Coins that are graded as MS67 or higher are especially valuable. Let's now dive into the error coins that can make a 1997 penny worth millions. If you've got a 1997 penny that shows some of these rare mistakes, you could have a hidden gem on your hands. Here are some of the most valuable mint errors to watch for. Double die error. One of the most famous errors is the double die error. This happens when a coin is struck twice by a misaligned die, causing the design to appear doubled. If you find a 1997 penny with this error, especially on the lettering or Lincoln's profile, it could be worth a lot of money. Off-center strikes. Off-center strikes occur when the coin blank isn't perfectly aligned during the minting process. This causes part of the design to be missing, creating a unique, one-of-a-kind error. Collectors will pay top dollar for these kinds of mistakes. Die cracks and cuds. Die cracks and cuds are other types of minting errors that can make a 1997 penny more valuable. Die cracks appear as raised lines on the surface of the coin, while cuds are raised blobs that form when there's a chunk missing from the die. Both are considered rare and highly collectible. Transitional errors. Transitional errors happen when coins are struck using dies or planchets that are intended for a different coin. For example, if a 1997 penny was struck with an old die from another year, it could have unique characteristics that make it more valuable. Let's talk about the record-breaking sales. The 1997 penny that sold for an astounding $18 million was an error coin with an extremely rare combination of minting mistakes. This coin had a perfect off-center strike, a double die error, and was graded in pristine, uncirculated condition. When it hit the auction block, collectors scrambled to place bids, and it eventually sold for $18 million, the highest price ever paid for a penny. This sale is a prime example of how rare minting errors, combined with excellent condition and the right buyer, can make a 1997 penny worth far more than you might ever expect. So how can you tell if your 1997 penny is worth more than its face value? Let's break it down. Examine the design. Look closely at the details on both sides of the coin. Is there any doubling in the letters or Lincoln's profile? Do you see any areas where part of the design is missing or shifted? These could be signs of a mint error. Weigh and measure the coin. A standard 1997 penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If your coin is significantly lighter or heavier, it could have been struck on an incorrect planchet, which is a key indicator of a valuable error. Get it graded. If you think your 1997 penny might be valuable, the next step is to get it graded by a professional service like the PCGS or NGC. Coins that are graded highly, such as MS67 or better, can be worth a lot more than those with lower grades. So there you have it. The 1997 penny may seem like a small, ordinary coin, But when you start looking for rare mint errors and examining its condition, it could end up being worth millions. Whether it's a double die error, an off-center strike, or any other rare mistake, don't overlook your pocket change. It might just contain a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing coin stories and tips on how to find valuable coins in your own collection. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Until next time, keep hunting for those rare treasures, and who knows, maybe your next coin could be worth millions.